So, My Hero Academia, and this is one of the rare times you guys will see me without my hat on, but my hair's messy. I don't care. We're getting into this, man. So, My Hero Academia Season 3 is finally concluded, and whenever I say finally, I say that with a little bit of a sad face and a tear in my eye. But this episode was really good. I love the way it concluded. I loved everything it kind of set up, because it's basically, this was a battle of ideals. That was the first half. That was the theme. Ideas, what you believe is right, and or morals, wherever you want to, however you want to perceive that. And then the second half was really kind of moving forward with your ideals, right? I mean, we saw an ideal, All Might's ideal, actually, to be precise, went out. And then the very, very end, was really about saying, hey, now it's time to take that step forward. It's time to make my story. I mean, story, it goes from ideals to stories, really. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. So, Deku is going to be doing work study along with the other Class 1A students, right? So the work study, to me, I love the way they kind of show what it is. They showed that it's an experience, and it's also something that allows you to turn experience into power. And that's really the big theme for Murio, right? That's what he's trying to say to the students the whole time. That was his impression. That's what his thoughts were. And that's how he became 0 to hero. 0 to 100. He became the top gun. He became #1 through that experience, and that's cool. I like how they kind of showed that through physical actions rather than dialogue. I mean, he took down 1A. He literally took down the whole class of 1A by himself. Think about that. Put that into perspective. And then, of course, Eraserhead goes as far to say he is probably the closest to #1, and that's including the pros. And I mean, I can very easily see him be Endeavor. How are you supposed to touch him? You got to learn how his quirk works. And he even explains that, hey, it wasn't always like this. I had to adjust. I had to be able to make one leg disappear while the other one does not disappear, so I don't just fall through the ground whenever I'm going through walls and stuff. You really got to make sure you adjust to your quirk, and at the same time, he can't breathe in. He cannot take in oxygen when using his quirk. So really, whenever I look at Murio, the key to beating a character like Murio is actually offense is your defense, and offense is your offense in this scenario, because he cannot breathe whenever he uses his quirk. So if you constantly attack him, then eventually that man's gonna have to take the hit, or else he's going to pass out from not being able to breathe, right? He's basically suffocating himself. So that's something that's probably some of you guys didn't really catch on to, I guess. Maybe that's something that you didn't. I don't know. But other than that, though, at the same time, I love the way Aizawa kind of handled himself within the episode. I love the way they were introduced in the beginning, and they're just so weird. I mean, the girl, the flea guy is really cool and interests me, because he's such a weirdo, but then the way he's just like deciphering the fight and talking, doing that little monologue skit he had going on there, it makes me feel as if he's a very intriguing character. I look at the blue silver-esque haired female character, and she is a character I want to know what her powers are. Would not be surprised if it's ice. That just seems like it's her theme, or not necessarily. I mean, I guess it does seem like her theme. Her idea of a character is, I'm giving you this hair color, and that's because you can use ice. I mean, that's why her hair looks kind of like ice, in my personal opinion. But other than that, though, I feel like I'm missing something. The ending, yes, the ending was really cool, actually, at the same time. So the ending, when he's like, Deku's like monologuing, he's like, the one that was entrusted to be the successor, and the other one that was entrusted and released into the wild. And it just showed All Might and All for One. It's just really cool, man. And he says, in the not so distant future, we're going to be meeting up here really quick. So that's something that I'm excited. It's the next step forward. We have Overhaul looking to join the League of Villains. It seems as if Overhaul is a badass. That's all we've heard from you manga guys. So next season, we're going to see if he is actually the real deal. I know some people did complain about the art compared to him in the manga, compared to the anime. My personal take on the character, I like him. I think it looks cool. I like the character's design. I think it looks pretty cool. Personally, for me, I do not feel as if there's anything negative about the way he looks. I need to look at the manga again just to really kind of take it all in. and actually have my final decision on did I do him justice or not. But I mean, at the end of the day, he looks fine. He does not look horrible. And as a matter of fact, a character's design doesn't make the character. And I don't know. I mean, unless you're One Piece, those designs for me personally are just something else. I don't know. I don't know, man. But they always deterred me even whenever I was a little kid, like 5 and 8. 10. But I don't know where I put my notes. But other than that, though, I'm pretty sure that's everything we actually had to cover. I actually have my notes over here, so I can actually look at them like I usually do in the videos. But nonetheless, let me take a peek at them. So the sidekick actually is the other thing we need to talk about now. So the sidekick looks as if it's going to be All Might's ex-sidekick is now going to be Deku's probably leader, right? His sensei per se for a little bit here. If it was that guy that we saw that's trekking overhaul, that's a really interesting sidekick to take in. Like, that does not look like, he looks so opposite of All Might. Sounded funny if that was him, the blue girl that was talking to the dude trekking overhaul. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looks like that. If that's really truly a sidekick, I'm gonna be like, whoa, huh. Well, then, to not see someone like that. I mean, whenever you look at his character, he does not give you the impression to be All Might's sidekick. So, and that though, guys. Yeah, on to season 4. I'm gonna miss it. I'm expecting it to come out in spring. Other than that, though, that's all I really have to say. So, see you guys next time. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter X25. Be sure to check out my Patreon link in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.